I heard that you do have a microphone on.
Yeah, I'm mic'd up today. So enjoy that run.
Thank you very much.
This week on the DMV Lacrosse Roundup, we storm the sidelines with Westfield's Phil Polizzotti.
No, why is he doing that right there?
We recap some great games and witness some devastating hits. We find out why it's not easy being Landon. We're ready to face it all, so let's get our game faces on and fire up the grill.
Welcome to the show.
Anandale got off to a quick start versus Westfield last week as Ryan Miller's second goal of the game gave the Adams a 3-0 lead. After that, the first half belonged to the Bulldogs. Here's John Aversa running around two defenders for the first of his 5 goals. Here he is again, ducking under the defenseman and laying out to give Westfield an 8-4 lead just before the half. Second half, Zach Lalonde feeds Miller, and then Miller returns the favor and cuts the Westfield lead to 2 goals, but that was as close as they would get. 3 passes from end to end is all the Bulldogs would need for this Joey Esposito goal to extend the lead. Defenseman Mo Katz had a big day with 2 assists and 1 punishing hit. Miller added 2 late goals for Anandale, but it was just not enough as Westfield comes out victorious 14-10. Coronado comes east from Southern California to play one of the top public schools in Montgomery County. For most of the game, Wooten was no match for the Islanders. Here, Coronado scores to take an 8-2 lead. And soon after, this goal extended that lead even more. Wooten finally woke up in the third quarter as Miles Ron would score back-to-back goals for the Patriots. This shot from outside by Chris Cornelius cut the lead to 9-6, but the Patriots' cause was lost. Coronado wins it 10-7. Calverton arriving at Humble Bowl looking to go 3-0 versus the IAC on the year, but the Maroon would come out fast. Will Davey strikes first with a spectacular diving goal. Freshman Timmy Phillips nets a pair for Episcopal, and Calverton was down 3-0. Cole Rainier high and hard from way outside, and the Cougars are on the board. Then defenseman Zach Kaderski brings it all the way down and finishes off hit to cut the lead to 1. Another great goal by Rainier as he loses his defender and cranks it in. Into the second quarter, Davey points out where everyone should be, and then just rips it over the goalie's head to give EHS a 5-3 lead. Here in the third, Nick Mazza stutter steps into space and sends it home from outside. Calverton again closes the gap to 1. Phillips off the next face-off. He's got an answer. He's also got a hat trick. Armour Shaw's goal with over 5 minutes left in the third gave EHS a 7-4 lead. But then it was all Calverton. Mazza, 1-goal game. Goodwin driving, gets decked, lucky bounce, and they're tied. Goodwin again, avoiding hits and putting in the game winner late in the third. Calverton completes the comeback with the last 4 goals of the game to win it 8-7. Like us on Facebook where you can make suggestions, and follow us on Twitter for up-to-the-minute news and results. St. John's Cadets coming out of the gate strong versus Paul VI. Alex Washington finds Will Joyce to take an early 2-0 lead. Longstick Warren Lee takes it to the hole himself, and St. John's has a 4-2 lead on one of the top teams in the area. Nick Carpenter and the rest of the Panthers would fight back though. Here, Carpenter scores the second of back-to-back goals, and the game is tied at 4 going into the half. Paul VI took the lead in the third, but the Cadets' Ryan Fornatura goes top shelf and were tied again at 5. Justin Rosenberg was tough in goal all day for St. John's. He would finish with 20 saves on the day. But here in overtime, there was not much he could do as Sean O'Brien finds Chris Camarca on the doorstep, and Paul VI sneaks away with a 6-5 overtime win.
Sperry Tents, Washington, D.C. offers a range of tents, lighting, and flooring for weddings and events of all sizes. Working for Sperry Tents is also a great summer job for high school and college students. Visit us at SperryTentsDC.com.
to Alexandria for the Motive Pure Game of the Week. Top-ranked St. Stephen's and St. Agnes School hosting Georgetown Prep in a huge ISE matchup with both teams playing their first conference game of the year. First quarter, the Little Hoyas get on the board first when Liam Giblin finds Charlie Horning. Fast break the other way, and Matt Brinkerhoff finds Joe King, and we're tied at 1. Prep's Chris Hampton answers with a split dodge from up top, and Prep takes the lead. But then the Saints heat up. Next face-off, Clay Carson, no one picks him up, so he stuffs it. Prep trying to clear, ball pops out, and Seth Miller is there for the heads-up play and the empty netter. Then here's Brent Armstrong. Strong move to the goal and a strong shot. Armstrong taking a little extra punishment after the play. Still in the first, great save by Sam Beazle, and the Saints lead 5-2 after one quarter. Second quarter, Bear Altimus, spin, shot, goal, and the penalty. Liam Giblin finds Townsend Brown with the defender all over him. Then Kyle Shanahan, he's subbing in, he's going to the goal, and he's tying it up. Third quarter still tied, and here come the Little Hoyas. Giblin to Shanahan, Giblin to Horning on EMO, and Brendan Collins on the break. Saints, however, going on a mini run of their own, including this gem from Seth Miller to Nate Archer. But the Hoyas working the give and go. Then Giblin from Chris Hampton, and that's going to do it.
They came out really intense, and we just had to find out what their intensity was and match it and exceed it and win.
You know, we felt this was a really needed game for us to play well in and hopefully win, and we were lucky to win today.
The Saints scored 5 goals in the first quarter, but only 4 goals in quarters 2 through 4. Liam Giblin had 5 points as the Little Hoyas win their ISE opener. The Game of the Week is brought to you by Motive Pure, reinventing rehydration.
Madlax is DC, Maryland, and Virginia lacrosse. Check out madlax.com for tryout information for the DC area's most competitive summer All-Stars program and summer camps for boys and girls. Build a strong case with Madlax.
1, 2, 3, Madlax! Let's take care of the rock today, okay? High energy, maximum effort, okay?
This week, we storm the sidelines with Phil Polizzotti and his Westfield Bulldogs versus the Southlake Seahawks.
Hey guys, we gotta be ready. We better be ready. Let's go. Bulldogs on 3. 1, 2, 3. What do you say, Jake? What do you say now? What do you say, Jake? Finish. Nice. Oh, God dang it. Get deep. Deep it up. Hands raised. No. Lower. Patrol. Bump across, Colby. Bump across. Oh, geez, Coach. I can't watch that. Are you kidding me? Coach, I can't. Unbelievable. Get your butts down to 10 to 12 yards. Work your way back up top when the ball is behind. It's not coach. Don't tell me coach. Go play him! Literally, the ball was going 1 mile an hour. This is what we have problems with. Our middies, they do this. They're coming down. They're not threats to the goal. You've got to step it up, okay? Come on. All right, come on. I know you got it in you. Let's go. It's whether or not you bring it. Okay? Finish, Drew! Yeah! That's better movement in there. Good job. There it is, goal. Finish. Yes. He shot overhand. Shocking, it went in. Man on. Ow! It's my leg. Hey, JT, that's a hell of a job. Good job, JT. Way to play. You don't need a penalty. Go Eagles. Let's go. It'll be Ray Ross Seahawks. Let's go. Get in here. Come on, fellas. Let's go. 1-3, Ray Ross Seahawks. 1, 2, 3. Ray Ross Seahawks. Wow, that was weak. Good job, fellas. Nice game.
The Sideline Pass is brought to you by Sperry Tents DC. Visit them at sperrytentsdc.com. And now it's time for the College 30.
It's great to visit a school when that team that you're looking at, possibly joining someday, when they're in season. Are they practicing? Are they playing? Of course, the tricky part is you might also be in season, but if there's a way during your season, whether it's over spring break or when you have a 36-hour window free to visit a school that you can watch a team practice or watch a team play, it's really an outstanding way and a great opportunity to sort of get a sense for the team culture that you might be looking at.
The College 30 is brought to you by Bramlett Consulting. The Palos Verdes Sea Kings made the trip east from Southern California and faced the defending state champion Langley Saxons. The game was filled with some crushing hits by both teams, but it was Langley who would get out to a fast start. This rebound goal by Sean Ahern gave the Saxons an early 4-1 lead. The Sea Kings fighting back. Third quarter, Zach Fixon, and they're within one. Tied at 4 and Luke Salzer heating up, ripped from outside. Great look to Michael Adams on the crease. Then he finds Ahern to give the Saxons a 9-5 lead with under 6 minutes left. But the Sea Kings would not go away. Graham Francis one-handed feed to Johnny Romer. 37 seconds to go, and Dean Dillenberg scores to make it a one-goal game. Seconds left on the clock, and Andrew Spivey preserves the lead and sends the Sea Kings back into the Pacific with one more in the loss column. The Saxons are still perfect. St Albans visiting Episcopal in what was supposed to be a tightly contested ISC battle, but this one was all maroon. This sweeping goal by Armour Shaw put EHS up by 4-0. And soon after, Will Davey would add to that lead with this lefty rip to the corner. Michael Vance finds Armour Shaw here, who finds the corner of the net, and EHS takes an 8-1 lead. The Maroon cruise to victory. Bullets travel to Bethesda, having never beaten their conference rivals, Landon. Here's Matt Opsel, who was wearing a Landon uniform this time last year. And he ties it at 1. This picture-perfect fast break put the Bears back on top by a goal in the second quarter. Landon's Matt Podolicchio would put the Bears up 3-2, and that's where we stood at the break. To the third, and it's Opsel again, unassisted and tied at 4. Nick Fisher scores his second of the game, and it's a pair of 5s going into the final quarter. Kyler Balestri handles a loose ball at the midline and somehow finds Opsel, who scores his 4th goal of the game and gives the Bulldogs their first lead. Garrett Fellows cranks one home to get the Bears within 1 with just over 4 minutes left. Then Landon fighting to come back, but Brandon Burke turns the Bears away. Bullis beats Landon for the first time in school history.
Landon brings it every game. There's no question about that. Coach Wardley, Coach Shushan, Coach Penn, Coach Horsey, there's a long list of them. All do a great job of getting those guys prepared. Obviously, playing here, I learned that pretty well. They're great coaches. They get their team prepared. I think we had a great scouting report and a great team plan.
You know, these teams, everyone's fighting back. It's never easy to win on the road in the IAC. There's so much talent. It's not until that horn goes off that you know you won.
This week's player in focus, St. Mary's Ryken Junior Attackman, Nathan Blondino.
I started lacrosse in about 6th grade. My sister started it when I was in 6th grade. She's about 8th grade, and that's how we got running in the family. And then from there, I just started playing all the way to high school.
Nathan Blondino is an outstanding player, just an all-around athlete because he's a very good hockey player as well here. This kid has everything going for him. He's a great athlete, he's a great student, and he's a quality kid in every way.
By number 14, Nathan Blondino.
Basically, it was because their academics are one of the best in the country, and the military thing just really interests me a lot.
He's one of the most serious kids I think I've ever coached. Every practice, from start to finish, he's all about the work ethic, and it shows. He's not out for personal glory. He's out to help the team any way he can, and he plays that way, and he's very unselfish. So, great guy.
I think I use a gate ice and then some kind of Evo head, maybe an Evolution 3. Senior midfielder Connor Summers strings it. I don't really have too much special about it. I just like a lot of whips so I can shoot fast. Probably Closer to the Edge or Levels by Avicii. Those are probably my 2 favorite. Everybody's close with each other. There's no junior, senior, sophomore, freshman. Everybody's best friends with each other. We hang out with each other in school, and then we use that on the field, and then we're all best friends, and I think that's why we play so good.
The Player in Focus is brought to you by Madlax. Madlax is DC, Maryland, and Virginia lacrosse. And now the rankings. In Montgomery County, things are looking a lot like last week, but Sherwood leapfrogs Walter Johnson to move into the 3 spot. In Northern Virginia, things are looking exactly like they did last week, which makes us wonder who might be able to knock down Langley. And Gonzaga finally moves into the top spot among local privates, and Prep's win over the Saints moves them up to number 2. Overall, Bullis jumps 4 spots to number 6, but no new faces in the DMV top 10. With some big games this week, things are sure to get interesting. Stay tuned. Next week on the DMV Lacrosse Roundup, we'll meet another of the region's top players. You never know what's going to happen, but there's lots more excitement still waiting to be captured on video. If you or your team needs game film or highlight services or are interested in sponsorship, contact us using the information found at automaticsports.com.